Good morning, everyone, and welcome to podcast number 4 of the Pays Projects podcast. My name is Peyton. I am a knitter, crocheter, spinner, weaver, pretty much everything I do. It's been a hot minute since my last episode. It's been almost a year, I think. So we have lots to catch up on. I have finished a ton of projects since then, so I'm not going to bore you with all of them. I figured I would just wear some of my highlights and show those off to you. First being this tee. This is the Cherry Blossom tee designed by me. As you can see, there's a really nice lace pattern on the front and also on the back. It is a cropped tee. Let me see if I can get it in frame better. Yes. So it's pretty cropped, but it's perfect for the summer, wearing some high-waisted shorts. And with all of my patterns that I've designed, I'm not planning on releasing any of them. My goal is just to create unique pieces for myself. Next, let's do my Strawberry Lemonade cardigan. I absolutely love this cardigan. Oh, it looks so good. It has this really nice texture stitch to it. I also designed this nice, loose, boxy fit. Let me put it on for you. It's nice and cozy. You can see the texture. This cardigan took so much brain work to design because of the texture stitch and getting all of my numbers to work out so that I had full repeats around once I finished a raglan shaping. I'm really glad I decided to do stockinette sleeves. I think it would have been way too much to have the texture everywhere. Though, I am thinking of designing a pullover with the texture everywhere. And it is so cozy. This is a great cardigan just to throw on. It's pretty neutral for me, at least. Yes, it's yellow and pink, but it's a very pale, and it goes with a lot of my clothing that I own, so it's perfect. And then my last featured objects are this set that I made. So we have this nice hat and this amazing, ginormous shawl. This is the Boneyard Shawl by Stephen West. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And oh, I'm in love. I'm wearing it inside out too. This is the right side, so you can see it has the nice garter ridge details. I had plenty of leftover yarn to make a hat, adding a strand of mohair, and this was actually my first ever mohair project. And I just realized I didn't tell you the yarn for anything, so let's go over that. The hat is Homestead Fibers in Betty and Malabrigo Silk Mohair in Frank Ochre. The shawl is Homestead Fibers in Betty, and I use DK Weight. I absolutely love it. My Strawberry Lemonade cardi is, let's see, there we go, Red Door Fiber Studio in Community and Yip Yip. These were grand opening colorways for YarnCom, which is the shop that I work at. They're both DK weight and so soft. I can't wait to get more red door fiber in my stash. And then finally, this tee is 316 Dye Studios in their Dusty Rose Tweed DK. I actually got this yarn out of my boss's stash and I love it. It turned out so good, and I love all the tweedy specks throughout. So let's move on to projects. Let's see. First project we're going to talk about is this V-neck raglan sweater I'm making for my papa. And I actually have it on try-it-on cord, so it's perfect to hold up right now. So it has a nice V that's not too deep. And then raglan increases, of course. And my favorite part, it has this ribbed detail on the sides. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to run this rib detail down the sleeves as well. I'm kind of leaning towards not, but if you think I should, let me know down in the comments. The yarn for this is from Mode Knit, and it's in their Coal colorway. She was so nice and custom dyed yarn for this and for my dad's sweater for me, because there just wasn't enough for what I needed, and it's gorgeous. And the nice thing is, even though it's hand dyed, these skeins do come with dye lots, so I'm not worried about alternating the skeins, which is so nice. I love working with hand dyed yarn, but I really hate having to alternate skeins. I am designing this sweater myself. I have really been in a kick of designing. I love it. It's so much fun. So I try to design where I can. So that is that. I still don't have a name for this. So if you have any name ideas, let me know. I'm thinking the Papa pullover or something along the lines of that, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know down in the comments what you think. All right, next I am weaving a wrap for my Nana with my mom's help. This is what we have so far. It's going to be 5 panels across, and then 3 panels for the back and 3 panels for the front. So I have the first side sewn on, and we just need to make 2 more squares and this side will be done. I absolutely love how it's turning out. Here's a close-up of the yarn. It's Malabrigo Rios in Wales Road. It creates this gorgeous plaid effect when it's woven on the continuous pin looms. I use a loom from Kiss Looms and highly recommend. That was my introduction to weaving, and now I'm addicted, and I just got an Inkle loom. I've also got a rigid heddle loom on its way, and I have become 100% addicted to weaving. And I think my mom has too. She is not a person that loves to do fiber arts very much, but she's been enjoying weaving on this, and hopefully I can teach her how to weave on my other looms. All right, let's go to the next project. And I obviously am designing this myself. It'll have rib details once it's all done and seamed together, and I can't wait to show you once it's finished. Next, I am working on a hat for my best friend. I am almost at the first crown decreases. It's a Musselburgh-esque hat. I'm not following the pattern and I'm doing it differently. I knew my stitch count that I like for this yarn, and then I did a provisional cast on using my try it on tubing, so that when I'm ready to add the second crown I can just slip my needles in and start. I have 2 more inches until it's ready for the first crown. This yarn is absolutely gorgeous. It's Malabrigo Rios in Aquarius. I love Malabrigo Rios. This hat is going to be so cozy too, because it will be double layered. I did ask her if she wanted me to make a longer hat so that she could fold up the brim and have 4 layers, and she said no, which is totally fine. Less knitting for me. And I can't wait until I'm able to fold it inside of itself. This is my first time ever doing a hat like this. I decided to do this type of cast on because I really don't like starting with a very small amount of stitches and increasing out. I would much rather start with the full amount of stitches and decrease in. So that's that hat. And then finally, for projects, I have my Library Magic pullover. I'm doing it bottom up, which I don't do a ton, but I needed something mindless, and that's why I chose bottom up, since I am designing it once again. So I knew I could just start with the body and go from there, and now I have all but the sleeves written out. So what I'm doing, I have the Library mini skein set from Sorella. So the body will have 5 stripe colors, and then I'm doing gray in between that I hand dyed, and then the sleeves will have 5 striped colors. It will be a drop shoulder v-neck, and I can't wait to see it grow. I did a lot last night. I did pretty much this whole row stripe of gray, and I love how it turned out. I wasn't quite sure how I would like the look of having shorter blue and then larger gray, and then the green will be the same length as the blue. I get exactly 9 rows out of each mini, and I am holding my yarn double to make a DK weight. I much prefer DK over fingering. So yeah, that's the Library Magic pullover. And I chose that name because obviously it was the Library mini sets, and one of my favorite songs by The Head and the Heart is Library Magic. So I thought it was pretty perfect. And then finally, let's look at some yarn. I have made quite a few acquisitions since my last podcast. So I decided each podcast I'm just going to pull out one quantity of yarn. So for this instance, it's a sweater quantity, and I do have 4. I only have 3 of them with me. I think I dropped the 4th one inside. This beautiful colorway is called Otis. It is by Homestead Fibers, and it's on their DK base. So soft. She custom dyed this for me. Otis is one of their older colors, and I got it in a mini skein set, I think. Fell in love with it and really wanted a sweater out of it. So this will be one of my I think January 2025 sweaters, and I'm so excited. It is going to be so beautiful and cozy. I love making sweaters. I would say that's probably my second favorite thing to make. First favorite thing is hats, because they're just so fast but sweaters are my jam. Anyways, that's all that I have for you today. Sorry if it felt a little fast. I definitely need to get back into the swing of things, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, everyone.